Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. I'm back with more mods today. These are the mods for Friday the 23rd of July though, not yesterday's mods. So, let's get on with it. We have got a load of new mods, we have got some updates. The updates are as follows. Up the top, on the left, the New Holland TL Series 2012 Brazil by Farm Centro Sul, the Lizard Car Trailer by Kaustan 18, the Agromet Brzeg N022 by Listu, the Case IH Puma CVX Tier 3 by STV Modding, the Brazilian Mega Silo and Grain Sale by Lost Gamer, the Timberframed Field Shed by Deflex Raabiboy, and the Agco Dealer Sign Pack by KRKZ Modding have all had updates today, but also, wasn't there another map that had an update today? What popped up on the website? The Valley of the Old Farm, I think, has been updated again. Yeah, pretty sure it has. And we'll start off with the Pitchfork pack by Puszkap. This is 1.68 megabytes download. These are one slot each on console. We have a pallet fork, we have a barrel spike. They are 600 each to buy. We can change independently the colour of the fork and the actual framework. One you'll find under Tools Miscellaneous. The other ones you'll find under Tools and Baling Technology. They're not together, so because they're 3-point link mounted, they're not under front loader tools or anything like that. So, at the end of the day, you can raise and lower. L1 and circle manually, but you can with L1 and right stick up side to side, adjust tilt and height manually to get a desired height, and you can do exactly the same if you want to do it on the rear or wherever you have them mounted. Obviously with various different adapters you can probably put these in other things as well. I love all that movement of the 3 points and stuff there. Anyway, so that's the first of the mods. The Pitchfork pack by Puszkap. Moving on from there, we have these. These are the village houses, not the village people. 0.59 megabytes download, one slot each. These are by Viktor Art Modding. They are decorative objects only, so if you're building a little village town, you want to put some extra buildings in, one slot each, so don't really eat up much. These are, though, the wrong way round in the mods hub. If you go to placeables and decoration, weirdly, the first one is more expensive than the second one. When you place house number 1, you get that one. When you place the house number 2, you get that one. So I'm not quite sure. Just the pictures have been swapped around, I think. But yeah, that's how much they cost. They are just decorative. You can't go into them or anything like that. Village houses by Viktor Art Modding. Moving on, we've got the building with cows. This is 15.34 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. It will hold 40 cows. This by Rafal 5211. Now, unlike some previous ones, I managed to find the all the triggers. I found them. Oh no, actually no, I tell a lie. I tell a lie. There's one I haven't found. There's loads of light switches for inside and outside of all the various different bits. We've got garage space. Please work. Prove me wrong. Come on. There we go. So we've got garage space here and here. Then we move over to this bit here. We can open out into where the cows are. Now these cows are fixed in place. So when you place your cows up to 14, you don't see any. They kind of appear in here. We've got more drive-through barn space with a hayloft above. So if you want to use small bales maybe, lift them all up and drop them through. There's a little hole in the floor. You can drop them through if you want to. So we come out this side. We've got our slurry point there. This is manure system ready and seasons ready. If we open this door here, this is our dialog box. So for putting our cows in, we do it just like that. As far as triggers go, the feed trigger for TMR appeared just here. So I put the feed in just there. Bedding for straw, the trigger was down here, which actually isn't too far away from here. So it was around here for bedding. The water trigger, weirdly, I drove out not sure where it was going to be. The water trigger came up out here. all the way out here. So the trigger's no problem at all. As far as manure goes, you have to clean them out. When the manure appears, it appears in here on the floor, so it will need to be cleaned out yourself. The only trigger I couldn't find was the milk. I don't know if that white bit on the wall is supposed to show something, but I couldn't find anywhere around here that seemed, oh no, there's another one there, that seemed an obvious point for milk collection. There's downpipes from the drain pipes, but unless it's in this gap here, but I couldn't find it. So as far as feeding them and everything goes, no problem at all. Dialogue box, fantastic. Found all of that, just can't find the milk one. So you'll find this under animal pens, 55 grand. Slot count will drop down from 13 to 1. That's by Rafal 5211. Moving on from there, we have got, where did I put it? All up here now. This is the barn with garage by Matej Mods, 9.86 megabytes download, 30 slots on console. This does have, if you can see it, we can jump. On the roof there, there are solar panels. So when you buy this, the solar panels will pay out 60 on easy, 40 on normal, 20 on hard per hour. So you get paid out for what's being produced. Light switch here is the central light switch that does the lighting for all round. This is drive-through, separate section to the rest of it. We do have a little one to the sides here, little tool shed with various different bits and bobs in here, if you wanted to use it. And then the main shed, again drive-through with a double hayloft. We've got the steps here to this one, then up that one there. I don't think we can get into this. This concrete block is just that. It's just a concrete block. We can't actually get into it. But this is nicely detailed, nicely textured. We've got the ivy. That's becoming quite commonplace under placeables and sheds. 60 grand. It's a bit more pricey than usual garages and stuff, I think, because of the fact it pays out as well. So you've got the solar panels on the roof too. That's the barn with garage by Matej Mods. I've just realised I forgot to put a mod out. Hang on. There we go. That's better. This is the old small silo. This is by JZD VEVERKY. It is 9 slots on console, 30,000 litre capacity, regular crop types. This will take. Putting in is done there. Taking out is done from underneath. Under there. Hence all of these, so you don't smash into them as you go to collect. Like I say, it is regular crop types, nothing over and above. You'll find it under placeables and silos. 17 grand for a 30,000 litre capacity is not too bad at all. So there we go. That's the old small silo by JZD VEVERKY. Next we have got the Timberframed workshop. This is by Deflex and Raabiboy. 17 slots on console. 19.42 megabytes to download. Very nicely designed, nice textures. This section is not usable, it is decorative. But we have the 2 opening door sections here. This section being drive-through. Light switch over here. And we do have the hayloft. This I like. I mean, I like all the detail and the brickwork, all the woodwork. It's very nicely done. And for not a bad slot count either. 17 slots, that's quite amazing really. And all the undersides of all the tiles on the roof as well. But then we've got the big opening doors for the hayloft. I like that. It's really nice that. So there we go. Oh, I got stuck between the doors. Yeah. That's rather nice. Now you're only going to get small to medium vehicles under there into the trigger, unless maybe you come at a little bit of an angle, you might get some larger stuff just in the trigger. So this you will find under placeables and miscellaneous, and it's only 8 grand. So 17 slots for all that detail, only 8 grand, workshop and barn space and hayloft. Not too bad at all. That's by Deflex and Raabiboy. Moving on, we have got this. First of our mowers for today, we have this medieval device. If you'd like to lose your fingers in the process. No, there are covers and stuff that come with this. This is the Lizard Z1051 by TomSky, 4.58 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. Nicely detailed with all the belts and stuff and all the bolt heads and everything like that. But like I say, you can choose loads of different options for it. It's only 1.6 meters though, I think. Yeah, 1,500 to buy, 1.6 meters wide, only requires 30 horsepower. It is supposed to be for small farms and small tractors. Runs at 12 miles an hour. Better options we have got. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. Then we can have cover standard. Zoom in a little bit. So we've got, hang on, standard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now weirdly 6 takes us back to standard again. And then if we go to 7, I can't see anything different between 7 through to 11. There might be something glaringly obvious that I've missed, but anyway. So you can have all various different cover types if you want. I went without so you can see all everything moving. Then we've got attacher joint, old attacher joint, new attacher joint, new attacher joint 2. Nothing actually changes on the model. I went with new attacher joint just to be on the safe side so it would attach to the tractor I was using, but I would imagine they will all fit on whatever you're using. So this is a rear side mower. If we unfold it, nice animation. Keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times. Turn it on. Nice sound effects and animations of that. Little, you know, it looks like a slight bit of wobble on the drums, but it's really nice. Cool. Let's turn it off. Excellent. So there we have it. Lizard Z105 won by TomSky, which brings us on to the next of the mowers for today. Now this is by Adub Modding ABP team. 0.74 megabytes download. It's down as weed trimmer. You may know them as weed whackers or strimmers or you know, wherever you're from. This will actually do mowing. It will cut grass. Now, the only downside to this, you can't pick it up. So you can't throw it in the back of a pickup or drive off or do whatever you want with it. You actually get into this like a vehicle and you drive it. It's crazy. You'll find it under vehicles and under mowers. Only 200 to buy. For a little bit extra, we can change the colour, which puts a strip on the back. I think I went with steel orange. So it puts that bit on the back section for an extra 20. So for 220, you've got your strimmer. Weed whacker, whatever they call it. So if we enter the vehicle, it does that. Then we start the engine. And once the engine's started, we need to accelerate. And that's how we move. And then we can turn with our steering. If we don't accelerate, we can't turn, so we have to actually be moving forward to be able to turn. And then we turn it on, the actual strimmer section. See little cords spinning around there. And away we go, cutting our grass. It doesn't leave grass behind, but it will leave whatever we need on the ground, which is absolutely fantastic. Love that. But even better than that, this for me is probably the best horn in game so far. If I press the horn now, I love it. I love it. It's brilliant. That is the best horn. And there we go. That's the weed trimmer by Adub Modding ABP team. Moving on from there, it's made me smile, I don't know. That's moving on from there. We've got this. This is the Fliegl TMK260 by Bayern-Agrar. It's 11 slots, 15.9 megabytes download. Really nicely detailed. I think did we have a TMK260 recently by someone else? I'm trying to think now. This does have the option for rear tip and grain door. There's no beacons or anything on it, and there's no rear trailer hitch, so you can't daisy chain multiple ones of these together. It does have the option for an extension, and with the extension it will still take all crop types. It's not one where you get the extension and it will only do silage crops. It will do all crop types, but yeah, very nicely designed. So you'll find it under tools and trailers. 27 grand for the base model, which is 20,500 litres. We can change the main colour from Fliegl green to Fliegl light green to black, which I'm going to leave it on black. Rim colour, we can have silver or black. And then we've got extensions. So standard 20,500 litres, then the extension takes us to 27,000 litres, which only takes up to 30 grand. So for 27,000 litres, that's not too bad at all. Wheel brand, we've got Lizard and we've got Michelin. Under Lizards, sorry, under Michelin, we've got standard, can't change that, Cargo X Bib HF. Under Lizard, we've got the 750, and then we've got the 845 under those. And those are the only two options we've got for tyres on that one. Then design, grey default is the logo. So you've got the Fliegl logo, grey default. Then you've got with warning reflector strips as well. Then you can have red default, and then red default with warning strips, reflectors too. Those are the options. Yeah, very nice. I was just thinking, having watched the FarmCon video yesterday of the gameplay, the new sound effects they've added in for FS22 when trailers, they showed one of the trailers being unloaded, and you know you get that sound when you get that hollow like boom when something's empty and it hits the bottom of its travel, and the hydraulic rams as well, opening up one at a time, and the same thing when they come down and getting this clonking sound as they come down. The sound on the new on FS22 is amazing. Just looking at the trailer just suddenly reminded me of last night watching the FarmCon videos. But anyway, that's the Fliegl TMK 260 by Bayern-Agrar, which brings us on to the last of the mods for today. And this, I'm going to be honest, this is probably my new favourite harvester. I don't know what it is about it. I know a lot of people are, it's slab-sided. It's, I love this. I think it looks brilliant. This is the twin screw XBR2 by SiiD modding, 17.37 megabytes download, 34 slots on console. There's a whole load of blurb about this in the Mods Hub and on the Mods Hub website. It's called the twin screw regarding the fact the concaves and the rotor, they co-rotate. Slightly out of sync at different speeds, but it allows a significant increase in threshing and separation capacity. Now, this is an old harvester. This is a 1994 machine with a capacity of 14,100 litres in its standard configuration, which is about some of the sizes of the harvesters we get now. But the fact it's all tracked as well, aids with compaction, turning is amazing. Plus, this goes at 31 miles an hour. It's rapid. I love it. It does say it has some required mods: the John Deere corn headers by SiiD modding and the John Deere 600F standard headers by Steenkamp modding and Appalachian modding. I would imagine other harvester headers will work with it as well. There are quite a lot available in the mod hub to choose from and test out. So I've just gone with the one of the corn headers that was suggested by SiiD modding. Let's have a look at the options, because honestly, I love it. It's another one I can't stop smiling. I will be using this one, definitely. So, on the end, 187 grand for the base model, which is pretty good for a 14,100 litre, and that's what it looks like in its base configuration. If we go for the grain tank extensions, it goes up to 29,100 litres. Yes, it adds 42 grand on, but that still takes the harvester up to 229 grand. 229 grand for 29,100 litre capacity. That's amazing. We can have numbers on the side, 1 through 19. If I go back the other way, not that you could have 19 running on console at the same time, but if you wanted to buy 19, have them all lined up, you absolutely could. I went for 4 for possibly obvious reasons. Then you've got the option for oversized sign, yes or no. Puts over and size on the front, and then on the back puts a big oversized sign like so. Then light configurations, we have got lights that go on the front. There's one that pops up on the front. We've got lights that go on the back, just underneath the back trim, skirt, however you want to refer to it. You can have one on the pipe as well. Then you can have front and pipe, back and pipe, front and back, or all. It doesn't cost anything. I went for all. Why would you not if it's not costing you anything? Then you've got crawler 30-inch tracks, and crawler 36 puts 36-inch tracks on. Short pipe or long pipe. I went for the short just so it fit on the thumbnail, but short pipe or long pipe. If you're going to run a wide header, you're going to want the long pipe. Doesn't fold up, but it is there. And then you can have Green Star, GPS, which on console obviously doesn't serve a purpose, but you can have no, yes with the Green Star, tablet inside, Green Star and tablet if you wish. So let's start this up. Horn. Lights. Now obviously I've gone for the extra light package. So we've got extra lights and the light on the pipe too, which you'll see if we open the pipe up. See the light move with the pipe. Very handy for that nocturnal harvesting. Turn the lights off. Now, nothing I love. The fact it's all tracks. I don't know what it is about. I don't know what, but 31 miles an hour. Obviously without the header on harvesting, but the turning circle. Look at that. It's brilliant. Price, speed, size, turning circle. It's got everything. Now I know people like the more kind of is it ergonomic, but the sleeker designed harvesters of today, I guess. Interior, nicely designed. We have gear stick movement and various different things and pedals on the inside. We do have an opening and closing door, which is L1, R1 and right stick side to side, if I recall correctly. There we go. Very nice. Right, let's unfold harvester, which puts that round to the side. Put the header on. No, put the header on. There we go. At least look like you know what you're doing, MrSealyp. It's brilliant. It's so good. Now again, obviously that's a personal preference, a personal choice. You may look at it and think it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen. I personally don't. And I'm honestly, with all the bells and whistles, all the things this does, the turning circle, this is my new favourite harvester. I love the class Lexion, and I've got the name right this time. The Lexion up to now was one of my favourite harvesters. This, I think, has surpassed it. I can't explain why. It just has a rear trailer hitch, so you can tow headers, trailers if you want to. What a machine! There you go, the Twin Screw XBR2 by SiiD Modding, and that brings us to the end of the mods for today and another week. It's the last day of FarmCon today, Friday. There's a whole load of stuff going to be done tonight, including more stuff on sound and the new sound effects and stuff in game. Well worth a watch. Yeah, so have a lovely weekend, whatever you end up doing, whatever you're doing. The weather's supposed to be still quite nice, I think. Not too sure, maybe we're going to get thunderstorms here, but anyway, regardless, have a lovely weekend. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.